Junior Minister responsible for Social Development and Gender Affairs, Honourable Isalean Phillip, has advocated for changes to be made to the work program at His Majesty's prison, which would grant certain rights to female inmates currently enjoyed by males. During her appearance on the debut edition of In Focus, the new St. Kitts and Nevis Information Service (SKNIS) television and radio program on Wednesday, Minister Phillip said that women inmates should be given equal privileges.
One of the things for our prison program is that, we try to engage the women just like we would for male inmates in terms of skills development, educational development. Women are supported in terms of doing little crafts and those kinds of things. It could be an opportunity for women to leave the prison to display what they can do, and also to have opportunities to contribute to community development as we have the male inmates doing. Why can we not have women go out and do some of the gardening beautification of our roundabouts? We see our men going out and doing painting in certain offices. Why can women not also get opportunities to develop those skills? There is no reason in this day and age as to why that policy still exists.
She noted that the Department of Gender Affairs ran a program for women in prison, which highlighted several gender inequalities, such as women being unable to go outside the prison to perform community service. This, she said, is an example of gender inequality. Minister Phillip briefly explained the difference between gender equality and gender equity.
So when we think about the difference between gender equity and gender equality, I'll start with gender equality. So we think about equality as being able, both males and females, men and women, being able to access the same rights and privileges that have typically been ascribed legislatively, systematically, institutionally. Now, historically, when it comes to the women's movement, the feminist movement, it was really advocating for equality, because we know there was a time when women were not allowed to vote, where women were not allowed to go to school, where women were not allowed to access just what was standard ascribed rights and privileges in society just by virtue of the fact that they were female. When it comes to equity, we want to think about how we can actually achieve equality when it was denied historically for years. So equity is about...
Minister Phillip used, for example, the fact that there are fewer women in representation and leadership, noting that the initiative taken by the Prime Minister, Honourable Dr. Terence Drew, to, quote, appoint women in leadership positions is an effort to be more equitable in terms of the distribution of power and resources, end quote.